Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. With the 2025 election heating up and tariffs still dominating the headlines, it's easy to lose sight of what each major party in Canada actually stands for outside of a crisis. Especially with a short election window, people are voting on who will handle the mess with Donald Trump better. But what about the bigger picture, outside of the current economic pressure? In this video and in this series, I'm breaking down each party's core beliefs, history, and track record in general terms, so you know what to expect generally when you vote. Again, as a disclaimer, these breakdowns do not take into account recent or current party leaders who have strayed from the typical beliefs or core values of each party. In short, every party and party leader has a certain degree of volatility. But again, I'm speaking in general terms and looking at the overall larger trends happening. With that being said, in this video, we're looking at the Conservative Party of Canada. To briefly summarize the Conservative Party of Canada, they are a right-leaning powerhouse rooted in fiscal conservatism, individual liberty, and Canadian sovereignty. They are very much advocates for free markets, limited government, and traditional values. Looking at their history, the Conservative Party started in 1867 as the Liberal Conservative Party under John A. Macdonald, Canada's first Prime Minister. Macdonald drove Confederation and built the Canadian Pacific Railway to stitch together the country economically. They evolved through the progressive conservative era under figures like Robert Borden, who led Canada into a World War I victory, as well as John Diefenbaker, who gave us the Canadian Bill of Rights in 1960. Essentially, they've been big on national strength and personal freedom throughout their history. In 2003, they reformed, merging the Progressive Conservatives with the Canadian Alliance. It was a moment of Eastern pragmatism fusing with Western populism. Stephen Harper took the reins from 2006 to 2015, slashing taxes and balancing budgets, creating a $1.9 billion surplus. More recently, Pierre Poilievre has been at the helm, sharpening their edge with a common-sense populist campaign as opposed to elitist overreach. Some of their signature achievements include the Canadian Pacific Railway, Harper's balanced budgets and surplus, tough on crime laws, and pushing energy projects. Their core beliefs center around fiscal responsibility, or fiscal conservatism. That is, low taxes, balanced budgets, and minimal spending to keep the economy lean. They champion unshackling markets, especially Alberta's resources, from climate policy, which they tend to consider as stifling. They advocate for limited government, less bureaucracy, and they're skeptical of large social programs. They tend to prefer targeted help as opposed to general handouts. They believe in Canadian sovereignty, strong borders, law and order, and a Canada First identity over globalism. And lastly, they tend to support more traditional values, exemplified in their past opposition to same-sex marriage. Some of their recent proposals include dollar-for-dollar counter tariffs on US goods to match Trump's threats, and then funneling that cash into tax cuts. They've notoriously pledged to fully axe the tax, claiming it's been nothing but detrimental to businesses and families. And they've also suggested drastically reducing red tape in order to speed up the building process in the housing industry. Some of their common critiques are that they're elitists in disguise, granting big tax cuts to big corporations and businesses, not the workers who run them. Notoriously, they're slammed for being climate deniers, citing Pierre Poilievre's claim that some of the Liberals' climate policy is radical. And of course, they're criticized as being far right, for painting Justin Trudeau as a dictator and spooking moderates who simply want a government that focuses more on fiscal conservatism. To summarize, voting Conservative is betting on a party that is all about economic freedom, self-reliance, and a leaner government. The Conservatives are very likely to push tax relief and strip down regulation. They generally have a history of building Canada up, but they're criticized for being too close to big business. While to everyone watching who is very familiar with the party, either good or bad, I encourage you to leave your thoughts in the comments. I want this video and the comment section along with it to be a great resource for people who are trying to learn. I hope this video was helpful and informative. I want to say thank you for watching and have an outstanding day and take care.